Hey everyone, welcome back. I wanted to go over one of the key stocks from last week, and we're going to look at Roku today to see how you could have gotten in, talk a little bit about the price action, and how I generally look at some of these stocks and when does it look like a good opportunity to get in. So let's take a look at Roku on the daily chart first. So one thing we can see is that Roku was up $11.88 on Friday, closed at $172.85, and volume was up significantly. The average volume over the last 30 days was 7.9 million. On Friday there was 26.7 million. So that's a strong indicator that the buyers are stepping in and trying to drive this price higher. So one thing I wanted to point to your attention is, I mentioned key levels quite a bit, and it's just amazing how price action reacts to some of these key levels. So let's look at here's 152 and 37 cents. Just call it $152. You're never going to get the exact to the penny, but the key is to look at this general area. So here 152, we can see back in here, this is July 9th. Stock made a powerful move right here, very strong volume. The next day was trying to do some follow through, and it went as high as 159, pulled back, and still closed above this key level. The third day went all the way up to 166, but then couldn't then close below that key level. And then you see 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 days here just chopping around this 152 level. And then finally made a move here. So once this candle happened, then that's when you should take a look to say, hey, okay, can it break this area here? You can see there are multiple highs that the stock just could not break. And once it did, then you're looking for follow through. So here's not a lot of volume, but you can see there's mediocre volume these last 11 days. So once you saw this pickup in volume here, you could have gotten in, and then it just broke above this key level. But then it stopped at 166 and could not break above it, pulled back, and here we go, back at the same key level again. And then once it finally moved, so here's Friday, Thursday, and Wednesday. So Wednesday it finally broke above this 152 level with a lot of strength, and you can see that by the volume here. So you could have got in here when it broke above this key level. That would have been easily, $10 move, but it went all the way to 166. So you're looking at another $4. So that would have been a $14 move here on this day, back on Wednesday. So could have got in here at 152, rode it all the way to 166 or somewhere along close to there. Could have got some gains, $9, $10, $13, depending on where you got out. Or if you decided to stay in, next day here we had an inside day. You see, it's pretty common that when a stock breaks out of this congestion area or consolidation and finally pushes through a key level, the next day a few things can happen. Either the stock will continue higher, and that's considered follow through, or the stock will have an inside day, which is what happened here. Basically, the trading range here was within the body of this prior candle. So this is considered an inside day. There could have been profit taking. Some people refer to that as taking a breather or rest period after making such a long, powerful move here. But notice how the range traded inside this candle, the prior day's candle, and the high was right here again at 166. Could not break 166. See, this is that's why these key levels are so important, and you need to pay attention on how price is reacting to them. Because remember back here in July 13th, here was the first attempt to break that, and it could not break it. Chopped around for a lot of days, made a strong move, an attempt twice here, and failed to break that level. Pulled back, chopped around for another 11 days, then made a strong move, pause day, and then finally on Friday we see, boom, broke through, and it closed above this key level, which is which is a very powerful signal. So let's take a look at 166. You couldn't. There's another $10, $11 move here. Depending on where you got out, but that's a pretty powerful move. That if you were looking at the price action, it wasn't that complicated to see that this definitely was likely to happen. And once it broke above this key level here, you could have got in. Once it broke above this key level with power, that should have gave you confidence that you could have gotten in, and it's above the 8 EMA and the 3 EMA. So there's a couple of things that you could check off the list that are pointing towards more upside. And if we take a look at the 5-minute chart, let's look on Friday, what that price action would look like if you wanted to take the trade on Friday. So Friday, here's the open. Strong candle at the market open. You can see a lot of buyers stepped in right away. And each one of these candles represents 5 minutes. So first 5 minutes, strong candle. Next 5 minutes, a little bit of an indecision, profit taking. However, notice price stayed in this upper range here. It did not break below the second half of this candle, the lower half of the candle. So you could have got in at one of two places, either at the top of this doji here, once price broke above with power, 165, you could have got in, or once it broke this key level here, 166. And here's where I would have got in. Once it broke this key level, it's kind of like a double confirmation. It's breaking this key level, and it broke above this recent high. And there's significant volume. So those are three things of confirmation could have looked for. It's above the 8 EMA and the 3 EMA. So you could have actually rode this all the way up as long as it didn't break this 8 EMA here. So that would have been a nice, $10, $11 move depending on where you got out. And you actually had a chance to get out, quite a bit here. So it could have been $10, $11, $9 moves. Would have gone out of here, maybe 8. It all depends kind of where you chose to get out and take your profits. But you can see the bulk or the meat of the move here was right here. The majority of that move was captured here. So you could have got out 7:40, 7:45 in the morning after entering at 6:40. So an hour's worth of trading, and you would have been done for the day. Depending on how many contracts you chose to enter, the price move's still the same. Profits and gains, they're all the same. You can scale up based on your size. So thanks for tuning in. And this is a bit of a short video today. Join our mailing list, www.powerful-gains.com, and I'll be in touch soon. Thanks.